Hello, Digidestins. This is Kyle D, better known as Ride My Avatar, and out of the community demand for a Plutomon deck profile, I have brought you one Plutomon deck profile. A Plutomon has a little bit of issues right now because, again, it gets a lot more support in set 5, where it gets some of the support that it needs. It needs Zerwat. It might need some Zerwats. It might need some defeats to help push the deck along. It also gains like this other spell that's a 6 cost, which pretty much pushes it to the boundary where it needs to be. And then it gains a backup grade level 6 that just helps make this deck be the true deck it needs to be. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me down in the comments what other deck you might want me to cover in depth more. And let's do it. So first off, we have pretty much Plutomon lilthamon. Again, I know there's not many other things we can go with right now, but there are a bunch of cards that I will explain afterwards that it might help the deck out that you might be missing. So again, if you want to see what other support cards you could do, definitely follow to the end of the video. So Demi-Meramon is really nice because on deletion, draw us a card, especially when our opponent's starting to delete our stuff. Again, it helps out a lot. Hogomon is trash the top 2 cards of your deck on deletion. Really does help out because, again, being able to trash might fuel for lilthamon here, because if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you may return up to 2 purple option cards from your trash to your hand. And when your option cards, when you use an option card, gain 2 memory. There's a reason for this. There's a very big reason for this. But we also have Tapirmon in here for pretty much because, again, we're expecting it to die to use for Deathclaw. So Deathclaw will definitely help out with Tapirmon going off more often, because, again, we'll be deleting blockers that are in our way. Again, just to help us get through the corridor that we need. And there's not many other types that you will be having to figure out at the end of the day. So here is our ace, our winning image of the deck. So let's take a look at it in depth wise. So when Digivolving, trigger draw 2, which adds to hand advantage. To be able to +2 on a 4 cost evolution is really nice. Then you may use a purple option card with the memory cost 6 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. Dude, that means Necrophobia, play 1 level 5 Digimon from your trash, which it'll be either Lady Deva, Skull Satamon, or Chimeramon. Onto the field, I mean, its on play doesn't activate, so Chimeramon doesn't go off as nastily, but it's still really good just to have. Hell's Gate's in here to delete our opponent's Mega Digimon. This helps so much against Megazoo, that they really do struggle because, again, their 1 for 10 memory just ends up deleting their big guy, and now they don't really have much to gain out of that because then you get to keep choking them, and they don't like that. So Hell's Gate really does help with that fact. Then you have Deathclaw in here for deleting one of your opponent's Digimon level 4 to kind of deal with the Rookie Rush aspect, to kind of remove board state. Then we have Matt Ishida to be Matt Ishida, return one of your opponent's purple Digimon cards or purple option cards from your trash to your hand. Not really bad. It's a really solid card. Matt doesn't go anywhere for a good while. Skull Satamon's in here to return one of our purple Digimon cards from our trash to our hand. So again, just to hit everybody back or maybe grab a Mega. Again, we obviously know reasons why we're playing Millenniumon, but that's because the fact is Millenniumons is still our only good option until we have Omnimon Zerwat or Zerwat Defeat. So until we have them, this deck kind of really does need the Millenniumon. So Lady Devimon's in here for Digivolving, draw 2, and then trash 2 from hand. We don't mind if we toss Necrophobia and Deathclaw out of our hand because lilthamon will just grab it back as long as we hit the right notes. So definitely pay attention to what you discard. But what's really nice is when this is used, an option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Not really bad, really solid tech choices. Candlemon's in here for the 2-drop chokes. Gazimon's in here for the memory. Tamers to stop like Hammer Sparks and stuff like that. Really nice, especially when you are fearful for going in and then your opponent has like Hammer Sparks or in the case of purple, they have a new option card that just literally helps them get there. And then we have Labaramon. Again, really good doggo. On play, trash, draw one, then trash card from your hand. Not really bad. You really like it. Then Devimon's in here for retaliation. Again, just in there because Devimon's just so nasty. Raremon's in here. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add an option card to your hand. Again, we're trying to hit the 10 cards we have. As long as we hit one, we're really good. Raremon is just really good on play. And then we do play Devimon Blocker just because Devimon Blocker is nasty to deal with. Again, being a 1-cost blocker is just super good. So let's kind of clear out the deck list right now. Let's delete, and then we'll go into cards that you might really like to use. So first off, let's go over. So Jack Raid is definitely a good option if you would like. Pick up a Jack Raid maybe. So to be honest with you, even splashing Jack Raid into the main deck just really does help. Next, the Cerberusmon combo definitely could come in without an issue. Why do I say that? Well, because with Necrophobia, being able to grab, let's say, regular Cerberusmon or our Rush Cerberusmon after digivolving with Plutomon, grabbing the Rush one is just so nasty that your opponent really doesn't have time to respond against it. Next, you could play Anubismon just because we do use Necrophobia. So again, if you don't feel comfortable with lilthamon doing much, you could play in the tech slot Anubismon. Anubismon is just really good. To be honest with you, Neo Devimon's not that great. So again, it's because everybody's kind of been backing down from, if it was a Shine Greymon meta, if this was in meta for Shine Greymon would be checked by purple so badly. Next we have Devimon, a possibility because of, again, Digiburst 2, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, and you could definitely tech that in without any issues. You could definitely go for a Mastamon play as well if you wanted to get some more on plays going off, but I wouldn't really recommend Mastamon. But again, it's a good card. You could definitely add Black Automon just so that in your champion slots, I know it's really tight, but Black Automon is definitely good for the security check and going wider than your opponent. They will not see it coming. You could definitely play at least maybe a Night Raid or two in the deck, so it's not a bad option. Next is probably the big card I would recommend is Weregarurumon, because again, Weregarurumon at least deletes one of your Digimon for the trade of restanding your Digimon, so getting a second swing just sometimes gets you right where you need to. Another option is when one of your Digimon is deleted, you could run the Garurumon line in there, just so that you do have the persuasion of being able to knock your opponent down a few pegs if they get a little too cocky. I mean, you could, if you're dealing with Rookie Rush really badly, Metamyotismon is a great option tool to get you what you need. You could definitely splash Heat Viper in just so that if you are facing heavy Rookie Rush in your meta, definitely it's all meta call dependent. So you have to really make calls based on your meta. So if 1 week it's this heavy flow, then you kind of want to judge for what you want. Another possible good card is Metal Garurumon, and the only reason why I say that is because of the fact of the matter is Metal Garurumon at least Digibursts and plays a 6 or 7 or less, so then you could definitely add Trump Sword with Hell's Gate. But even just being able to Digiburst twice and play an option for free twice in a turn really makes it nasty for your opponent to have to deal with, and they don't really like dealing with that kind of stuff. So definitely pick up your Metal Garurumons. And outside of that, I don't really see anything else that could benefit the deck crazy, just because, again, the deck does what it needs to. You could possibly run 2 Nail Bones, but again, there's no way of getting it free unless you put Metal Garurumon in there. So these are some possible options you could play in your deck. I wouldn't recommend anything else too crazily, because again, mixing and matching certain decks just doesn't always help out in the long run. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!